A lot of interesting stories. You want to take us away?
Yes, I'll start with the Daily Graphic because it has about 3-4 headlines on the front page. It has the picture of President Mahama in a handshake with Abiy Ahmed, the Ethiopian Prime Minister, and it says Africa must be self-reliant in financing development. President Mahama speaking at the AU summit, which was held in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. It also has the picture of the former AG, Godfred Yeboah Dame, and it says Dame criticizes court case withdrawals by AG. Remember, he held a press conference on Friday to respond to some of the developments around the legal fraternity over the past few weeks. And then also we have 159.9 million Ghana cedis teacher training allowance for 2023-24 unpaid. And then aftermath of government directive, minority condemns job terminations, but majority leader says government stands by decision. Also has a picture of the minority leader, the Honorable Afenyo Marken. And if you go to the back page of the Daily Graphic, Ghana Health Service launches cholera vaccination in Accra. We're around some places in Accra over the weekend on ChannelOne newsroom to look at how it is going. Would you take a vaccination, a cholera vaccination?
Personally, I don't see why I would at this time of my life, understanding also that really the effort to stay away from cholera or stay cholera free is not that difficult. It's the basic hygiene thing.
Washing your hands and the running water with soap
regularly,
keeping your areas clean and all that.
And once you do that, you're okay. Stay away from foods that you're not sure about. Stay away from food that is cold.
And all that, you need to wash
food that
them.
is cold. It's trouble in the making.
But in life, the basics are the things people don't get it right. It's what it is. Unfortunately, simple things. I mean, keeping your areas clean, keeping yourself clean by washing your hands, and it's basic stuff that
and don't
people
get
should
tired
be
of
able
washing your hands.
to do it.
If you get tired, that's when the thing will
no, if you know where people's hands have been when they shake and touch you. There was a day somebody
really, what happened?
I saw the person scratching things somewhere. And
then the
person sees me, I was coming to shake. I was like, hey, I bent my head and went. You must be joking. I was like, oh, Charlie, I'm like, oh, why would you do that after what you just did? I'm sure he didn't see I had seen him.
No, exactly.
He did the whole thing and then was coming happily. Hey, Charlie, what's up? I just, so if you know where people's hands and fingers have been.
So I think we should make it, it should be your personal responsibility. Make sure you keep your hands washed. And I also say, listen, handshake is not by force. For me, if a senior extends their hand, I will greet. But otherwise, Charlie, fist bump is also okay.
Fist bump is
Charlie, what's up?
Fist bump is okay.
Even some people shoulder bump. That's all. Keep it clean.
You should do the Chinese or the Japanese.
I know, right?
Everybody goes happily. We bow to each other. So, I mean, let's do the necessary protocols, the basic protocols to be able to deal with cholera. Okay, you go.
The Ghanaian Times. Let's restore lasting peace to Boko as Santini appeals to factions. President Mahama calls for justice, equity for Africans. Work on Tamale supply water to commence. This is the Works and Housing Minister speaking. 9 dead, 15 injured in Wale Wale Road crash. And those are the stories on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. On the back page, it says here 600 heart surgeons, health leaders hold summit in Accra, February 21st. And practice wash, the wash protocols. And this is what we're talking about. We've been just talking about right now. The wash protocols are the water, sanitation, and hygiene protocols, all right, to complement cholera vaccination. This is the health minister speaking. All right. That's it.
Let me take you to the Herald if you're done with the Ghanaian Times. It has the picture of some big wigs in the military. And the story says, tension escalates between Ghana's military chiefs as CDS launches board of inquiry to probe army commander. So it has the picture of General Thomas Opompepa, the CDS, Lieutenant General KB Anwona, the COAS, and then Vice Admiral Issa Yakubu, the naval chief, and of course the defense minister, Dr. Edward Omane Boama, on the front page. And then Roads Minister, Chinese ambassador discuss smart highways future projects. Sami JV refutes 173,940 Ghana Cedi office furniture replacements. Lands Minister still paying lip service to Galamsey fight, ignores calls to remove Minerals Commission boss. And then Judge Shopper, Godfrey Dami lies about Oponi trial. And finally, Akufo-Addo government blue car power ships bank guarantee company proposes plan for $379 million debt.
All right.
So that's from the Herald.
Okay. The news center starts with APD, that's the Africa Prosperity Dialogues 2025 compact shared with delegates at the 38th AU Summit. We have Dr. Bawumia showcases Ghana's digital evolution at Harvard, and the former vice president has been super busy in the last few weeks. ICOMS rakes in 126.1 billion Ghana cedis, an increase of 345.8% in 4.5 years. We have no Ghana card, no national service, real-time verification before payment to end ghost names. And Ghana card sets new benchmarks in technological advancements. And so that's what we have there on the front page of the News Center newspaper.
All right, let me take you to the Chronicle. Otumfuo bluntly tells Amabua, deal decisively with Galamsey kingpins. Because that's what it is, not the small boys and girls. The kingpins are the ones who are running everything. So he's told him to do the necessary. Police CID boss sues NIB over her late husband's AC. Okay, that's interesting. And then digitalization, key to unlock Africa's potentials. This is former Vice President Dr. Bawumia speaking. And then finally on the Chronicle, disaster strikes Takoradi ports, 2 Chinese and Ghanaian dead. That's also one that I'll bring you details.
Okay. All right, let me take you to the Daily Guide. We're looking here at digital economy holds key to prosperity. Again, this is former Vice President speaking. Dami hits back at Ayene for dropping cases. And we have post-election mass dismissals, nurses threatening strike, and military brutality in Northeast, 1 dead, several injured. And those are some of the headlines that we have for the Daily Guide. On the back page, it says Bellingham sees red as Real Madrid stumble, and GFA to meet Hearts Kotoko over outstanding proposals. And those are some of the headlines that we have for the back page of the Daily Guide.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian Publisher. Says digital economy no longer a luxury. Bawumia. Mahamas AG whitewashing former NDC officials. Dame there. APD 2025 compact presented to AU delegates. Sami Ewuko launches Sophia Market Initiative. Exim Bank sacks 16 staff recruited in September 2024, and GNPC welcomes acting CEO Kwame Into Amwa. So those are the stories from the publisher, Ghanaian Publisher.
The Custodian. Sami Ewuko launches Sophia Market to boost trade. We have Bawumia promotes digitalization for Africa's growth at Harvard Confab. The Mahama grabs clearing agent title after freeing NDC gurus. We have Evalu Guira, NDC chairman.
Evaluate Jira.
Is it Evaluate?
Jira.
Is it Evaluate?
Yeah.
Okay, Evaluate Jira. NDC chairman fingered as Galamsey Kingpin. And we also have the APD 2025 compact presented to delegates at AU Summit. All right, so that's it for the custodian.
Okay, let me take you to the Inquisitor. Raid of wanted Ken's home. It wasn't the OSP. Sorry faults Ayariga for apologizing to Oforiata. And then Dami caught pants down on Edu Ampoma's perjury matter. Still with the Inquisitor, government pledges to complete Afari Military Hospital in September. And then Sami Kapo Ewuku launches Ofie Market. So I'm told this Ofie Market is essentially farmers from all over. They get a market from them. So this market is for them to showcase their goods for those who are interested in buying, making it easy for them to get access to various individuals and vice versa. So it's a pretty good
But this
initiative.
is happening specifically in the Akwapim region.
Yes, so others must replicate.
Ofiepe, as we say.
So that's your were you there this weekend?
No, this weekend I was chopping love.
Oh yeah, you said just from Friday you did Saturday and Sunday. Okay,
and
congratulations.
We also passed through a week experience.
Oh, I went to bless there.
Oh man, beautiful aura.
I went to bless the relationship. Yeah. Okay, congratulations. You're in a comfortable leave.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, the informant says here, lawyer dragged to legal counsel, forged last will and testament of the late Alhaji Salia Abdullahi. Why are people doing? People are not tired of doing. So, I mean, forged will.
Oh, these things will never stop to the end of humanity.
Anyway,
what it is.
Appear could be lobbies for Alan. This is appointments to the Mahama government. That's an interesting one there. Yeah, raid at Oforiata's house. OSP not involved. Reform UN Security Council, Mahama edges conference, and Otumfo proposes multifaceted approach in a Galamsey fight. So that's it for the informer.
Okay, let me take you to today. Reparatory justice for Africans and people of African descent not negotiable. This is Mahama speaking. And then Boko conflict, government imposes curfew on Wale Wale, bans carrying of ammunition. Obviously, some of the stakeholders are not happy with that decision, including the MP for Wale Wale, among others. So we'll see how that pans out. That conflict has taken too long.
It's taken too long. Way too long. Okay. All right, the final one, this paper I've never seen before, but it's welcome to the fray. Ghana Feed. It says here, Baumia wows Harvard University with impressive achievements of Ghana's digitalization drive. We have Honorable Samuel Wuku spreads love on Valentine's Day with special needs schools. Samuel Wuku launches Ofie Market and evaluate Gira. Is it Gira? Gira. Okay. You know, it's like we attempted to pronounce it as an English word. Is it Guira?
Oh, my friend.
Evaluate Gira, NDC chairman.
Inzima, you know, area. So
okay.
Have that in mind.
All right, okay. So evaluate Gira, NDC chairman in Hot Galamsey as Adamus Mines petitions lands minister and security agencies for intervention. And Pram Kingmakers petition Mahama call for justice in alleged illegality and unresolved murder. So that's it for my stack of papers. Okay,
my final paper is Economy Times. They say Ghana likely to meet revised cocoa production target for 2024-25 crop season. And then Ghana's economic woes are self-inflicted, says World Bank. We know that. Cautions against rushing back to capital market. We hope they heed to that. Exploit mineral resources receipts to make up to tax cuts revenue loss. This is economist Dr. John Kwachi speaking over there.
All right. Let's give you a few headlines from ChannelOneNews.com. Of course, we have ChannelOneNews.com. We also have CityNewsroom.com. So let me give you a few headlines from ChannelOneNews.com. We have here, GNPC welcomes Kwame Nto Amwa as new acting CEO. Now, this piece is very interesting because Edward Bauer got that nod earlier. Now, I think he's going to GOIL.
Yes, he's now the boss of GOIL.
The boss of GOIL, okay.
Well, I wonder what led to the switch.
Yeah, I'm curious, Anyway.
It's been difficult to find out what happened, but I'm sure it will come out soon.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah. Ashanti Region EC Police hold crucial meeting ahead of Council of State election. We have Wale curfew necessary to apprehend killers. This is a security analyst giving his take on the issue. Churiase, an 11-year-old boy found dead in Owabi River. Very unfortunate one there. Climate change, rising temperatures linked to skin cancer risk. Yes, and of course we know that one of the reasons for the rising temperatures is the exposure of the ozone layer. And with the exposure of the ozone layer, we also have extra ultraviolet rays that are coming through uninhibited. So all of that will be challenging in terms of skin cancer and all of that. So, Vivian, you want to take us into some details?
Yes, I'll take you to the Chronicle, which has a story of disaster strike Stade Port, 2 Chinese and 1 Ghanaian dead. The police and the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority are conducting a joint investigation into circumstances leading to the death of 3 sailors on board a China Harbour Engineering Corporation operated dredger boat at the Takoradi port. The deceased sailors, 2 Chinese, Chief Engineer Zhu Zhenhai, deckhand Xin Wenlin, and Ghanaian deckhand Sanishi Akes Kweku, were presumed dead in a tank on board the dredger boat Dongxing 1008. Information available to the Chronicle from Takoradi reveals that the dredger boat on Thursday, January 30, 2025, sailed from Tema to Takoradi to undertake repair works. The following day, Friday, January 31st, 2025, the master of the vessel, Captain Zhu Ling, informed the crew on board that the dredger was listing a possibility of water ingress into the craft. The captain reportedly instructed the opening of the tank 1, and when complied with by the chief engineer, it was found to contain rust and lacked oxygen. The paper sources at both GPHA and Ghana Maritime Authority intimated that when such a situation arises, ideally, safety precautions are adhered to by allowing 48 hours to investigate the cause of the listing. There's also the issue of checking atmospheric condition and gases present, which are physically conducted. However, this precaution was thrown to the wind, and although visibility was poor, the chief engineer entered the tank in the absence of the captain, who reportedly went to fetch portable lamps. The master of the craft allegedly returned only to find the engineer and another unconscious in the tank. The source continued that Captain Zhu Ling was reported to have stated that he instructed a 3rd sailor to stand by as he struggled to reach out for a rope to facilitate their rescue from the tank. Upon his return, the 3rd sailor was equally found in the same tank, and all 3 mariners in a state of unconsciousness. So somebody failed to go by the necessary protocol, leading to the death of these 3 people, including himself.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah. Let me take you to this one here. It's an interesting one. Ghana card sets new benchmarks in technological advancement. And there's a German man speaking here. It says, in a world where technological progress is a true measure of a nation's development, Ghana's digital journey, with the Ghana card at its forefront, stands as a shining example of how innovation can enhance public services and redefine the experiences of both citizens and non-citizens. Now, John Halsinger, a German expatriate, recently shared his first-hand experience of obtaining a non-citizen's Ghana card with a national ID with high praise. He described the process as incredibly efficient and fully digitalized, noting his surprise at how quickly and transparently his application was processed. His growing account paints a picture of a streamlined system that serves as a model for digital transformation. Now, Hasinger, who has spent a considerable time in Europe, where digital innovation is often heralded, challenged the common assumption that Europe is the uncontested leader in digital technology. For anyone still thinking that Europe has all the right answers in digitization, Take a look at Ghana, he remarked. His statement underscores Ghana's commitment to efficiency, innovation, and technology, values that are rapidly reshaping the continent's digital landscape. The story goes on and on, so you can go check it out. It's in the news center. Yeah. Right. Any other things?
Let me quickly give you the story about tensions escalate between Ghana's military chiefs. This is from the Herald by a very good friend, Larry. Okay. It says the Herald has gathered that the ongoing feud between the Chief of Defense Staff and the Chief of Army Staff has intensified, reaching a critical point within the Ghana Armed Forces. The latest rift stems from an investigation into missing ammunition that was reportedly handed over by the Army Commander to the National Security Secretariat for an operation by the Northern Commander in December last year, but it is now unaccounted for. In response, the General Upon Pepra has established a military board of inquiry to probe the circumstances surrounding the missing ammunition. According to military sources, the board is led by Vice Admiral Issa Adam Yakubu, the Chief of Naval Staff, with Brigadier General Winfred Jandu Hedido, the Director General in charge of Ghana Armed Forces, also serving as a member. The findings of the BOI are expected to lead to a military court-martial for the Lieutenant General on Wana. Now, insiders indicate that while it is common practice for the armed forces to loan pistols and other weapons to the National Security Secretariat for operations and training, the general in question handling of this particular ammunition transfer has been called into question. However, some sources argue that General Opon Pepra himself engaged in similar, if not worse, practices when he was serving as Army Commander. Reports suggest that Major General William Ayamdo, a retired Army Commander, could be cited as a witness to such precedents. So this is it.
Wow.
That's the problem with certain precedents. If it's you, you feel it's okay. When somebody and then it becomes, I'm not saying that what they're saying is true, but this thing about certain precedents, not just there, everywhere. It's the problem.
And we do need to be careful in terms of our ammunitions that are unaccounted for, because we already have challenges in this space. Small arms, millions of small arms, you know,
it ends up in the system, and then it leads to all sorts.
And in these days of terrorists roaming around our borders and all of that, we need to be careful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kweko. Have a good one.
Thank you too.